Hello, everybody. Welcome here to Sports Talk Network, TV's Wrestling Ramble. All the stuff we have here, the predictions for WWE Clash of Champions. Those that watch my NFL show, me and Gene Steele, or at least he did, went through his predictions since he's unable to be on the shows here on Saturday night for plethora of reasons, quite honest, busy. So he was kind enough to stay a little bit later for the NFL show and give his thoughts. I did tweet them out at the Ramble on WWE in my Twitter thread with a bunch of cool people there. My personal and wrestling one. A couple clips from the back half of my NFL podcast this week. That was on Wednesday night with Jane Steele, my fan, my two host, and hopefully have my other co-host. Now, John will be able to join us next week for the football show. But here for wrestling, it's still me, myself, and I. Still looking for co-hosts to be part of this show to make it stronger and better. But we'll have to see. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Never mind, we're going to do something. But anyways, it'll be interesting in regards to how things go for this pay-per-view. You know, how things have been booked and heading into it, and all the news and notes, assumptions, other predictions, right? And how this WWE's Clash of Champions goals were actually going to go. I've always enjoyed Clash of Champions. I'm one that always likes title matches, so having a pay-per-view around that and having all titles being defended, except for the 24/7 title, but that title is being defended. I do hope to see a plethora of title changes, right? Not just because of the superstars in the matches for my own personal reasons, but also just because that's, I guess, in its own way to shake things up, whether for a very short time, 24 hours, or up until Friday for SmackDown, or an actual regular shake up and having someone win titles. I've seen people that predicted all champions to retain. I've seen videos here that predicted all the contenders win the title. I've seen half and half, seen otherwise. So no matter what happens in regards to this pay-per-view, someone predicted it. Whether that person was saying they're going on a limb, which is understandable for some of the matches, but either way, there's going to be some people or whatever, somebody to be right. And I know very few to be perfect on their predictions. Whether they're doing it on a podcast and predicting, or just with their friends in general, WWE fans. Now, I was unable to make the cut in regards to registering for the Thunderdome for the pay-per-view itself. But looking in regards to Monday Night Raw, so yay, keep that streak alive going for Monday Night Raw. But all in all, this pay-per-view shall be interesting. We'll start with the pre-show. That is the Raw Women's Championship, Asuka versus Zelina Vega. Making her chance to shine on her own. I don't know if they're fully going to have her be on her own and be superstar women's wrestler on her own. Maybe. I mean, she's had one-on-one matches. She's had matches before. But he's still always linked to Andrade and Angel, specifically Andrade, being a manager. Not to say she doesn't have the ability to be a of her own. I'm sure she does, but have her out and be the contender here. It's almost as confusing and interesting as Jey Uso getting the title opportunity for the number one title in WWE Championship. So that on its own is different and interesting to me. In regards to Zelina Vega, in regards to I guess you would say all that. I wonder. It's going to be entertaining, at least of how it all will go down and how it's going to work in that regard. But still going to be fun and interesting to see how it works there. I'm going with Asuka to retain, of course. Otherwise, get the win, defeat Zelina and retain her title. Then moves to the main show. We got the women's tag team titles. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan. The Riott Squad coming back together. I'm gonna go with what I want, so I'm gonna go with the Riott Squad getting the win. I have high confidence points on that, but the dissension between Baszler and Jax and all that. I'm going with Riott and Morgan to win. The SmackDown Tag Team titles are being defended with Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura going up against the Lucha House Party, which are their own dissension situation. I'm going with Cesaro and Nakamura to successfully retain their SmackDown Tag Team titles. We have the Raw Tag Team titles being defended with the Street Profits against Andrade and Garza. I know most are going with Garza and Andrade to win, but I don't see that being best. The Street Profits are just been on fire, going over. Snakes, gimmick, doing well. I really think Street Profits should still be champions, so I got them continuing on and successfully defending their title, and still being the Raw Tag Team champion. So I'm going with the Street Profits for the win there. The United States title match, we got Bobby Lashley versus Apollo Crews. So the big overarching question and wonder is Retribution, which is really going to be a factor in the show at all. I would dare Retribution to try to take over my podcast. Not that they would need to, but the point is, though, it's certainly going to be interesting to see how and if Retribution at all get involved at all in the show. But for here, I'm going Bobby Lashley to retain and stay the United States champion. We've been there and done that, trying with Apollo Crews. Having the champion was over then, but since then, not as much. Fans have already moved on from Apollo in a sense. Looking for their next shiny new toy, their next superstar they want to be pushed, right? Don't see a daily change for some of the marks with their marks. But either way, I'm going Bobby Lashley to successfully retain as well. SmackDown Women's Championship match with Bayley facing up against Nikki Cross. Much I want to have a title change here as well. I don't. I have Bayley successfully retaining the title. We're going to face Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. So, as simple as that. Universal title Reigns against Jey Uso. I would still love to have Jey Uso to win, and I still like to pick him. Real Deal Gene Steele had the idea with regards to Uso winning the match. I agree 100%. You have him in this title opportunity. Why have him in this title opportunity randomly, and how you booked it, right? And the kayfabe storyline of his own, and specifically, he's not going to win the title. You're just going to get destroyed by Roman. And I guess it tells its own story, but still, I think Jey needs to win it, and win it whether just for up until Friday, or just for a month to the next show. Or, if only WWE was creative enough. Jey Uso wins the title. We have this whole thing between The Miz and Otis, right, with the Money in the Bank. Well, here's a way to screw over The Miz in a sense. Otis just cashes in on Jey Uso after winning. Like Roman Reigns pissed. Can't believe Jey won. It's a roll-up victory out of nowhere or something. Or Jey Uso is the leader of Retribution. Who knows? That really won't make sense for different reasons, but still. Whatever. Jey gets the win. And Roman goes crazy. Destroys his cousin. Leaves. And then comes Otis with the briefcase and Mandy Rose with him. He cashed in. And the night ends with Otis as a champion. And then SmackDown, we have a triple threat, and Roman gets a title back or something. I don't know. But Jey Uso's made into a main eventer. Maybe he just wins clean in general. Maybe not roll up, but however, shocking win. Otis cashes in and wins the title. Everybody wouldn't see that coming, right? I know the tagline is Gold Rush, not you didn't see it coming, like SummerSlam was. Though we did see Roman Reigns coming, kind of. But my point is, Gold Rush, right? Just simply because titles are on the line, not because all these titles are changing hands of a Gold Rush to people. But I just really want Jerry to win. My official prediction is going to be Roman Reigns, but I really want that idea to happen. Jey Uso wins the title, then Otis just cashes in. Reigns goes crazy or whatever. Goes crazy. Cements himself as a heel 100%. If he hasn't already, right? And then Otis comes in, cashes in on a face Jey Uso. And wins. Probably won't happen. That's what I want in that regard. But my official prediction for sure is Mr. Roman Reigns there for the Universal title match. Then we have the main event. That is the WWE title match. Where we have, that ambulance match was Randall Heath. But he's up against Drew McIntyre. I'm going to predict Randy Orton to win. That's truth. All right, but yeah, I'm looking forward to how it all goes down at WWE Clash of Champions, Gold Rush, and certainly hope to be all correct in my predictions. I really hope to be right in regards to what I want to happen with the Universal titles picture of Lotus and everything, and Jey Uso winning the title and all that. So it probably won't happen. I would certainly love to be right for that to happen and be wrong with the prediction, but right with the idea of what I had for that. Because Otis, come on, you gotta catch it at some point. When I hear the pretty big pay per view, at least to me it is. When you have it, the one night a year with all the titles on the line. But either way, should be a good, fun pay per view. I look forward to watching it tomorrow night. But hey, my Packers are playing tomorrow night too, so go Pack go. So we also, got the Packers to watch and then WWE show. The Packers on TV, watching with family, the WWE show on my phone. Probably at a low volume bar, if not muted, for a bit. Only because, watching the Packer game with family. But either way, hope you have a great rest of your evening. If you want, you can share your predictions in the comment section below. And above all else, as always, take care.